Hey guys, it's another episode of Getting Sober with Wilder. We had planned an interview with somebody, and we was going to do it them on screen or audio, but they're in UK hospital right now, and they're not feeling the best. We put it off for another day, but we had a write-in. I've been asking people about their story to sobriety and recovery, and part of their addiction story. I mean, just a little bit of everything. And we had a write-in, and I'm going to get to that along with what I promised you last night, and a little bit about everything. But tonight we're going to do a little something different. We got some intro music. We're going to kill about 30 seconds worth of intro while I have some coffee and a cigarette, and hey, something new. Alright, that's enough metal. It's royalty-free metal, how about that? You don't have to pay for using it. So, last night, we was talking about some statistics, and I forgot exactly which number it was, but I told you tonight I would have it in football field links. So, the number was 81,000 people. So, guess how many football field links that really is? 1,274.99. So, 1,275 football fields. That 81,000 people laid end to end at the average of 5'8". I'm pretty sure my math is right. I didn't double check it. There's no formula for it on Google. But it's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people dying of addiction. We got to do something about that. I mean, we're just average people suffering from the same thing. We're only limited to what we can do. Best we can do is have a talk. Keep their mind occupied. Be a friend, be a pal. I think that would go a long way with a lot of people. Because I'm a firm believer that a lot of addicts are one good conversation away from at least taking one step towards sobriety. And that's, when you're at the bottom, man, one step, that's a lot. I hope the music ain't too loud. Last night was I wanted some background noise. Oh yeah, I'll have the chart somewhere right through here. Let's see, we're at 413. We'll make it 420. Nah, that's bad. But we'll put the chart, it's a line chart about how many people died from each drug in 2017. I don't know why 2017 keeps coming up, but they had statistics for other numbers. But I told you last night I'd get you with 2017, and that's what I got. But anyway, oh yeah, Wilder's Go Juice, or Go Juice for Wilder, yeah. We'll go over the write-in. I'm really bad with different spellings of names. I'm pretty sure her name is Kenny Helton, and she didn't mind me using her name. She's proud of her story because her story ends fairly good. Well, her story's still going on, but her write-in. I went to jail on a 10-year charge. I almost took a man's life, saving another man's life by being in a place I shouldn't have been. I stayed on the run, sold dope. All my family turned their backs on me. All I could think about was getting high. I never raised my kids. I loved them, but my addiction had a stronger hold on me than anything. I went to jail, missed the birth of my grandkids. My grandson passed away on Thanksgiving while I was locked up. I couldn't hold my daughter when she needed me the most. I never got to go to the funeral services of my grandson. I was a lonely, angry person in my addiction. I saw everything as negative or as someone else's fault. I didn't care about anything or anyone except my addiction. That's a lot of our stories. When we hit bottom and we're not ready to quit, we get angry. We're angry at everybody else. I mean, that's part of it. Nobody can make us quit until we're ready. Until we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, nobody can make us quit. Interventions, yeah, they may work for a minute. I mean, I'm not saying interventions don't work. Jail works. Hey, it worked for me. I'm 28 days sober thanks to incarceration. I needed it. I needed everything that happened to me. And I mean that with everything in me. I was close to quitting, but I think I would have stayed right at that borderline till something happened. And God had a plan for me. There was some things happened about a month earlier from me going to jail. It was a dark place, man. It's full of craziness, that meth craziness, man. But I'm glad everything happened like it did. I know in my heart God has a plan for me. I mean, it might be this, it might be something down the road, but I mean, He's got a plan for all of us. And here's the rest of her story. I've been sober now for 4 years. My life is coming together. I've changed people, places, and things in my life. That's an important aspect of sobriety. That was one of my most important things I had to do. I'm going to school, being a mom for the first time ever. The support I have now is unbelievable. I never dreamed I could be where I am now. Life has meaning today. I see the good in so many things I could never see before. I appreciate things in my life as little as looking outside at the clouds. It's a privilege I took for granted. I know what I want in life, and I'm proud to say I can have it as long as I take, one day at a time. Yes, I have days that have been rough. However, I can say I chose to find something positive in it, no matter what. I focused so long on the poor me that I am now clean and no longer in the pity party blaming everyone for my choices. I can be proud of the choice I do today. When things in my life get me down, I think back to the things I did in my past. I've slept with men that I'd never been around just for a place to rest my head. I've stolen from my family, lied to my loved ones. I have self-respect today. I can be honest today. I'm trusted today. All because I kept doing things I didn't want to do along the way. But the thing that's helped me the most, helped me get and stay clean, I'm assuming she means God. I'm pretty sure I talked to her a little bit more. I asked if I could use her name, and she said, go ahead. I'm pretty sure God is what helped her. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Kenny Helton. She's donating the recovery library to me in the show, and I really appreciate that. I really need one. And she wrote some more. She told me, "Thank you. I had to make the decision on my own when others tried to make me do it. I pushed harder to get high. I've tried to kill myself. I've overdosed several times, but after a while I was sick and tired. Wanted to stop, but the sickness was so bad. I thought it was easier to get high again than stop. I'm glad I went to prison. God set me down to find myself, gave me a clear head. That was the best thing for me. I've been talking to others. I'm going to school to be a drug counselor, but also volunteering to help on a small group. But the shutdown has made it hard now for that." Coronavirus, 2020. But that's Kenny Helton's story. And Kenny, we love you. We're proud of you. We're glad you found something to hold on to. All of us need that. Her story's my story. My story's her story. Your story, your story, your story. All of our story. Details change, people, places, names, things, but it's still our story. And it's going to be around for a long time. There's millions of us. And the court systems, the rehabilitation systems, everything, they're doing the best they can. I don't, in my personal opinion, I do not think there's enough known about mental health in America for us to correctly diagnose the addictions and how to treat them. Now, granted, there's things work for certain people. For me, it was jail. And that caused me to stop because I wasn't able to get it. For several days now, 5 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6, something like that, I've made the choice not to do drugs for several reasons. Number one, I want to stay alive. Number two, I want to stay alive not in orange. I do not look good in orange. I mean, black, I love black, but orange is not the new black to me. No sirree, man. I mean, some people can pull it off. My complexion, I can't do orange. I'm sorry. But anyway, we just got to find something to hold on to. After about my 6th, 7th, or 8th day in jail, I woke up and, trays, went and got my tray, ate my breakfast, and I'd had a dream. And I still, at least 50% asleep while I was eating, because I wouldn't sleep till like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I started remembering the dream, and I don't really exactly know if it was a dream or a thought or an idea. But it was this. It was my YouTube channel. And that's why I'm just running with it. I don't have the best equipment. We don't have the best host. We don't have the best plan. But we're doing it. I feel I need to do this. This is my accountability. This is what I got to do for my sobriety. I get on here, I talk to you guys. People write in, people talk to me. I've talked to several people about their addictions today, and just, it helps getting it out there. It's like poison inside of you. When you're in active addiction, you don't really talk about it a whole lot. You don't really talk about how sick and tired you are or how low you've been. But you skirt around the facts. Talking about it, getting the poison out of you, it helps. It's helped me. I would never have told all you people on YouTube in my active addiction that I done meth, that I used meth, I used Suboxone. I mean, that's a hell of a thing to say out in public, but I don't want that life no more. Addiction got the best of me. It's not doing that no more. I'm not going to let it. In jail, I realized I'm so much stronger than what I've been. I've been a soldier. I've got to play on stage in front of a lot of people. I've been blessed and got to live my childhood dream. I've picked myself up from the bottom. I've started from zero. I've done this multiple times in my life. I'm not rich and famous, but I've been happy. The majority of my life I've been happy. During my active addiction, I had nothing in my heart. I had no passion. I had no fire. That was nobody's fault but mine for letting myself get to that place. Me starting to IV use these drugs was nobody's fault but mine. I own up to that because it was a choice I made every day. I mean, I'm not proud of it. I'm not glorifying drug use, but it's all of our choices. I mean, people give us opportunities. Hey, people give us opportunities every day, opportunities for a good conversation, a job, situation, circumstances. It's up to us what we do with them. It was a bad opportunity, and I run with it. Hey man, I run and run with that bad choice. Even after I got endocarditis, after I had the infection on my heart, I was in the hospital 3 weeks. They wanted to send me to a LTAC, long-term care facility. Nope, I did not want to go because I wanted Suboxone. I wanted drugs. They gave me antibiotics in pill form. I had a PICC line. They gave me antibiotics, sent me home, told me it may not work. When I went to the hospital, well, okay, let's start this over. I was at work logging. It was the beginning of June, end of May, and it was starting to get pretty warm. It'd been a mild temperature, but it jumped up like 15-20 degrees within a matter of 3 days. It's like swampy, sweltering, humid heat. And everybody noticed, man, I was going in slow motion, like the air was thick and I was just moving around slow. When I would sit down for a second, I would be panting. I couldn't catch my breath. And when I did catch my breath, I would fall asleep. And I couldn't stop. This went on for 2 days, maybe 3. My boss at the time, he kept asking me what's wrong, and I don't know. I thought I was okay. I was just moving slow. But he's like, no, you're moving real slow. Something's going to happen. You're not going to be able to move out of the way. You need to go home. And I trust his judgment. We keep each other safe. And I was like, okay. And he dropped me off to my car, and I was like, well, do you care to follow me down to where I turn and make sure, I'm driving all right? Because I started feeling a little bit funny. I went home, chilled out with my girlfriend and stuff, and I thought, well, I'll just rest, I'll be all right. Because, I'm a guy and I do stupid shit like that. But I did call and make an appointment at the clinic. So, I just chilled out that night, called my boss, told him I wasn't going to be at work the next day. I was going to the doctor. And went to the clinic. They took my vitals, this and that, and I peed in the cup for them. Within 3 minutes, they was back in the room. They looked at me and said, we called and got you a room at St. Clair. You need to go right now. There was a lot of blood in my urine. I forgot the exact name of it, but okay. Ended up at St. Clair. I should have just said hospital, shouldn't have name dropped, but oh well. Long story short, I had endocarditis. And it was real scary there for a while because my liver had shut down, both of my kidneys had shut down. But, they put a PICC line in. I got antibiotics every 8 hours, something like that. Oh yeah, and I cut a fit on them too. Even though I was IV using, I got mad because they kept giving me shots and drawing blood. Funny, huh? But, and I stubbed up on them and wouldn't let them do it because, they was being kind of shitty to me because I was an addict and I was pouting. Hey, that's the truth of it, They just treat me shitty, so I just stub up, I die. Yeah, that was the smartest thing to do at the time, I know. But, they they found a placement for me at St. Joe, and I wasn't going. One, the money situation, and just I couldn't smoke cigarettes. You know, I'm an addict. But I kind of was afraid to go because I couldn't get my fix, and I'm pretty sure there's some truth in me saying that. I don't know how much. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. So anyway, I went home with pill form antibiotics. I took them for 16 days. I'm pretty sure 16 to 20. And I went back for an echocardiogram and a blood test, and lo and behold, thank the Lord, it had cleared up. I was scared for a while. I thought show's over, man. Pack it up, you're gone. But I didn't IV use for a while. I'm not for certain how long, but went back to it. And then later on, more recently, I added some other stuff in there with it. Meth. I have a hard time saying it, but I have to. It's my accountability. Some things it's hard to get over, but you got to do it. But anyway, that was my close call, and that's a lot of my story. There's more to it. Like I was saying about my dark place, my bottom. But we'll get to that another day, maybe, if I'm able to. It's real personal, and it's hard for me because it's a trip. It's a trip. Don't ever doubt that. Guys, it's a hard life out there, man. Life ain't easy for nobody. If any of you are breaking over the hill, man, and get past your addiction and get sober, try to turn around and get your brothers and sisters, man. Talk to them. Tell them some words of encouragement. I try to tell everybody that tells me they're sober, I try to tell them I'm proud of them. Because it's a hard fight, man. But anyway, guys, it's 22 minutes, and I was going to try to stick to 15, but, you know, we got talking about Wilder's story and shit. But, man, help your buddy out. Give him some love. Save life, man. I love each and every one of you. I'm out. Bye, guys.